You know, we're back again for some more stuff. I'm trying to. Oh man, oh my hands are slippery. I was washing dishes, busting them subs. All right, trying to help the honey out. Anyways, learn to play the basic stuff. I'm gonna have to get me a new music chair because everybody who's come over here set my music chair, so if it keeps going up and down, and I'm trying to get comfortable. I'm trying to be up on the keyboard, not down like this. Every time I raise the chair, somehow it keeps going down. So, so I can be comfortable. Now, some people may like to have their chair lowered down and they playing. As you can see, I don't know if y'all can tell, but that will make me bend my arm or my wrist. So now, you know, it's like I'm like laying on the key, versus me kind of been slightly up. Now that means I have to keep my arms up. I had to raise up, you know. All right, so you on the keyboard, play the keyboard comfortably. Do I want the software to update? No. All right, so I'm trying to raise my chair back up again. I don't know why it keeps going lower. Maybe the hydraulics is going out. So now I'm at a level where I can feel comfortable. I wonder if my chair was lower, would it make me play even more crazier? No. What I mean crazy, meaning would it make me or allow me to be able to play some stuff that I might struggle in? I don't know. CD can make a big difference too. I need to move my armrest because that also can be a crutch because now I'm laying my hands or my elbow on the resting part of the chair. Now, if I'm at church on the organ, there is no resting point. I have to be, and not relying on my armrest. I might have to take the arm. I think I'm gonna take these armrests off. I think I'm gonna take it off. Where is the key? It's a good thing I always keep it around. So I think I'm gonna take the armrest off, and I want to see the difference. Well, I know it's gonna be a big difference in the feel of that because I'm resting my arm. I mean, my left side is leaning already. I think a majority of the time I'm leaning to my left. Yeah. The reason why that psychologically is because, if I'm going like this, left, going to the right, but some people might lean to the left. Because your chord range could be going to the left, your chord range be going to the right, and then your chord range could be in the middle. Now I'm not leaning on anything. Now I'm leaning, like I'm on a motorcycle or something, Hey, we finna take that turn, that right hand turn, let's curve. Oh, let's go to the left. Back up to the right. To the left. And then straight. Curve to the left. To the right. I'm not into runs, but and then I'm coming down to the left and then back to the middle of the board. Now I'm not leaning on anything. So I think I'm gonna take this. That's probably gonna be weird in a way because I've had these for a long period of time in all my other chairs, and so I maybe so it doesn't make me. You get so engrossed in your music that I just might end up falling out the chair. Whoa! And fall to the floor. But I'm not trying to fall to the floor. I'm trying to stay in my chair. And yes, remember, I'm keeping it simple. Keeping it simple, yeah. Everything you do, keep it simple. As you see, my little description is pretty much saying that you can play chords, or chord progression, if you will, in all 12 keys by keeping things simple. It's no different than me sitting here doing my scales, keeping it simple. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, C, D, E. Now I'm leaning. F, G, A. Well, I got my arm on the resting point, but now I'm trying to stay straight in the chair without leaning. And it's the habit. It could be a bad habit. Keep straight, stay straight on the chair. So keep it things simple and have fun doing it, and then go to the next key and transpose. We call this transposing, changing keys. Now, for my beginner musicians, or even intermediate level musicians, or even advanced musicians, to me, it's not about how fast I can get to learning my scales in all 12 keys, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. I can go even slower. And then the other thing too is draw a timeline for yourself. I'll go to my iPad, which I didn't even know, I didn't realize I had it on the iPad, but go to my iPad and say, okay, today is whatever today is, Sunday. I lost track. Today is the 12th, I guess. All right, Sunday the 12th. And let me see, where's my little clock at? And I just hit clock. Let's go to alarm. Yeah, I'll go to alarm. And then I hit the little plus sign at the top. And what time is it for reals? It's 8:09. So if I want to just spend 5 minutes, 8:09, let's skip 10, 11, 12. Let's go. Let's say 8. Let's just say 8:10. So let's say 8:10. Right? Is that what I said? 8:10. 15. So let's say 8:15. Oops, I grabbed the wrong number. 8:15. Oh, 8:15. And then I hit save, and then there I go, and then off I go. And spend 5 minutes of practicing my scales in all 12 keys. I may finish before then. I may C, D, E, F, G, A, B. 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 That. B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, B. Left hand switch over. A, G, F, B, C, D. Keep on going, or whatnot. B, A, G, F, E, D, C. You just stop there. And then go to the next key and do the same thing. D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, right? Pick up with the right hand, C, because that's D flat. I'm on 7 on the 7th note. Now back to D flat, E flat, F, G flat, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, and call out the notes so that way you are familiar with it and come back with it. Now, I probably would have done this if I hadn't known about it, but at the time, this is only what I knew at the time. I didn't know anything about numbers, all right? I didn't know anything about that, but I was told about the scale notes. Now, since I've learned about the number system and the notes now, the notes are the numbers is 1 through 7 technically. If we use the word continuation of the number system, then we can go that route too. So I can say, it depends on if I want to start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Basically C1, D2, E3, F4, G5. And you can take this slower if you want to. 6 is A, 7 is B. So it's locked in your spirit, in your inner man. Then you back to the 1, C. 2 is D. E is 3. F is 4. We're just repeating everything we just said. Just going an octave higher. 5 is G. Take it slower if you want to. All right. A is 6. And number 7 is B. And then you back to C again. What's this thing asking me? I ain't asking to install anything. Get off my page here. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Okay. And then repeat the same scenario in reverse. C is the 1. B is the 7. A is 6. G5. F4. E3. D number 2. Back to the 1. C. Switch hands, right? Left hand. B is 7. A number 6. G5. F4. E3. D2. And then you back to the 1. C. And if you want to continue to do the same thing for the rest of the notes, going in reverse, lower, 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 lower. Or if you had wanted to go higher, until you run out of keys, you can continue to do it that way too. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now before this C down, I know y'all can't see it, but there's a B, that's 7. There's a G, number 6. There is a 5 in my, this is why my keyboard is set up, but you guys couldn't see the whole thing unless I bring the camera a different angle. And then my F is number 4, and my E is number 3. So on this keyboard, the lowest range, it starts with the E in the beginning on the keyboard. But generally speaking, that we start with the middle C technically when we get into the actual teaching people how to identify what a middle C is. You'll see the black notes in right here. And the funniest thing is when I sit down, I'm literally sitting every single time, for the most part, that I'm literally lined up with my nose, between my eyes and my nose, the middle C. Octave lower C and octave lower C again. I don't have any more C's because remember I just showed you mine's ended. Time is up already? Time is already up. All right, so time was up. So my 15 minutes went on just one key, and that's okay. All right, I spent, 5 minutes. I said 15 minutes. I spent my 5 minutes learning the practice of my skills in one key. That's okay. That's better than nothing. All right, and so then if you feel confident that you got this, now you can move to the next key. because now you familiarize your mindset with the C's number one. And I know y'all can't see it, but I'm probably down here. And I know this is my 2D, E3, F4, G5. A is number 6, B number 7, starts all over. C1, D2, E3, F4, G5, A6, number 7 is B. Start all over again. C1, D2, E3, F4, G5, A6, B number 7, starts all over again. So you may hear people, inform you, learn your number system, learn your scales of your number system, because it's very important that you learn these ideas and then go to the next key and duplicate the same scenario. But you need to know what the note is: D flat, E flat, F, and that's next scale. Now, the way I was taught was, well, not the way I was taught, the way I was told to learn my scales, right? But no one told me how to teach myself to do the next key, so I did it on my own. And how I figured it out was, well, if the next key is up is D flat or whatnot, then I'm just crunching. Technically, y'all, it's C sharp and D flat. C sharp, because half step up to the right is C sharp. If I was at D, half step back makes me play flat. So just remember, sharp to the right, all right, and flat to the left. I'm going to use the word D flat for now, because that's the key I want to say I'm in. So this is how I was able to train myself to learn the next key, D flat. Then I went to D, and remember I said technically this is E flat as well as D sharp. So this is C sharp and D flat. C sharp, D flat, C sharp. So this C natural, C sharp. D natural, half step back, D flat. Oh, D natural, half step up to the right, D sharp. E natural, half step back to the left is E flat. Oh, y'all get it? Okay, then E natural to the right is E what? E sharp, technically. However, it is also F, C, D, E, F. But because of the key signature that we're saying I'm going to, so if I told you I'm going to C sharp, then I have to call it for what it is. C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp. Now I'm saying C natural, C sharp, D natural, D sharp, E natural, E sharp, F natural, F sharp. Oh, and that's telling me what my next scale is, by the way, while I'm at it. G natural, what? G sharp. A natural, A sharp. Oh, B natural. There's my C sharp, technically. I mean B sharp. So technically, C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and B sharp, technically. Technically, right? And that is technically, right? Because of the key signature. Oops, I don't put this thing in the wrong key. The key signature is letting me know, hey, this is what I'm supposed to be playing. Yes. So C sharp, D sharp, E sharp, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B sharp, technically. And back to C sharp. Well, remember, when we go to D, E, D flat. When we go to E, E flat. Oh. Then when we go to F sharp, it just has that back F, natural, basically. When we go to G sharp, half step back is G. A sharp, half step back is A. C natural, back to B natural. Oh, actually, when I say B sharp, half step back is B natural. Okay. So now the way I taught myself how to do the key signature was I already saw what key I have, which is a C scale. Remember, it's not about how fast you can go, y'all. It's how accurate you can remember this. You can go as slow as you desire. And then I can put myself on a timeline. So now that I learned that this is C sharp as well as D flat, E flat as well as D sharp, you know what I'm saying? And F natural, right? Sharp as well as G flat. And A flat as well as A sharp. I'm sorry. G sharp as well as A flat. G sharp as well as A flat. Da 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 da. So I know this is G sharp, but also I know this is A flat. I know that this is A natural. That makes it A sharp. I know this is B natural. Half step back to the left is B flat, or A sharp. And that repeats pretty much throughout all of the black keys. So they share two notes, two key signatures. We say use these two notes, but two key signatures, C sharp and D sharp, E flat and D sharp, F sharp and G flat, A flat and G sharp, I'm sorry, F sharp and G flat, I did say that right, and G sharp and A flat, and B flat and A sharp. And it just repeats itself with all of the black notes. Until you run out of notes, of the black notes. Now that we got that simple stuff out the way, right? All right, and we're learning to do stuff in all 12 keys. And this is simple stuff. Real, extremely simple stuff. Might be boring. It was definitely boring to me when I had to do it, and I didn't want to. Well, I had to come to the conclusion that everybody keeps saying, learn your number system. You're supposed to make things easier. Most people remember numbers more than they remember letters. And let's go, got a point there, you know. Most of us remember numbers quicker than we remember letters, most of the majority of us. But and then you got people who could do both, letters, numbers, and keep it pushing. All right, so that's how I was able to figure out how to do my scales by looking at we're looking at the original scale, which was C, and how I can play the C sharp or the D flat scale. Now, while I'm already doing this, I'm already seeing what my next key scale is going to be, which will be D. I'm already seeing in the next key already. I already can see that, what my next move will be. Because I'm going off of the last scale that I just did. The C sharp or the D flat scale. And I can see and I use I call it the cluster. Some people may call it the crunch. So I see my next scale. All right. I see my D scale already. What? Yeah. D, E, and you gotta repeat some of the notes from the previous scale to the other scale note. Yes, you're going to repeat some of the same notes from one key to the other in the scale. You just got to pay attention to that. I paid attention to it the first time I did, and I go, wow, man, I had already played that C before. I already played that D before, or the D and that E before. Wait a minute, hey, I already played that note there, C sharp or D flat. I played this note, which is E flat or D sharp, right? I already played that note, which was F sharp or G flat. Oh, yeah, that. You know, you're gonna wow yourself with this, but. So now I'm going to the third key, 1, 2, 3, D scale. And I'm just going back to the C sharp scale that I remember. That's my next note, E, and my next note is D and E, right? And F sharp. Now there is no flats in the key of D. It's straight up sharps, and you're gonna start seeing the black notes starting to pop up, all right? How many of them? We're gonna find out. So that's my next key, D, E, F sharp, right? All right, then we have natural notes, D natural, E natural, G natural. So that's just what, be my 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then in the C sharp scale, I see my next note in the D scale, D natural, E natural, F sharp, G natural, and A. Now the note is D1, right? E2, F sharp 3, G4, number 5 is A. You're gonna find some of the same notes that I had already played in the C scale, and you may find some of the same notes I had already played in the C sharp or the D flat scale. That's now going to be in the E scale. But remember, it's going to be under a different number system. That means that I can play some of the same chords when you start getting into chords in a minute. When I get there, right? You're going to realize, oh man, that's that chord I had played in the. Oh man, I played that chord in that C scale. Or I played that chord in the D flat scale or the C sharp scale. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so I discovered that as I was going along the way here, you know. D and E, that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, F sharp, 4, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, G. I'm calling it out. D to 1, E to 2, F sharp 3, G to 4. Now, we saw that in the C scale. C had the 1, 2, that was a 2 in C. It's now the 1 in D. The 3, that's the 2 in the D scale. Oh, now I can either call this F sharp or G flat, depending on if I say D flat, I have to say D flat, E flat, F natural, G flat. Now, if I would have said C sharp, it would have been C sharp, D sharp, E sharp technically, and F sharp. Oh, but it's the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, F sharp 1, C sharp 1, D sharp 2, F or E sharp 3, F sharp number 4. Or it could be D flat 1, E flat 2, F natural 3, and G flat 4. It's the same thing, it's just a key signature name. Cool. So now I said, all right. So I'm on my what? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A. Right? Now where's my 6? Now I'm just doing the C sharp and D flat scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's how I learned it. Now, you might have people might tell you learn whole step, half step, whole step, half step, whole step, half, that kind of stuff. No one showed me that. I had to do this my own way. All right, so now I have my B natural. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 6. In the C scale, that's 7. And D flat or C sharp, negative. Right? Negative, right? Because it's, yeah, that's a negative there, right? But in the scale C is the number 7. In the scale of D is the 6. The 6. Let's go backwards to the 5. In the C scale, it was the what? 6. Obviously, 6, 7. All right, 6. I mean, the 7, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In D scale, it was what number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5. Oh, okay. So what if I told you in this D scale, let's put a chord there. The chord in that scale is gonna be A in the D scale. A. Okay, I know it's not gonna be an A chord in the C scale. However, we know that we could take the A and flat the third. With A. But I can still play an A chord there if I use it rightfully speaking in that key. If I use it rightfully, depending on what move I'm going or what chord progression I'm at, I can use that A chord somewhere, right? What? Yes, if I use it rightfully speaking. That's equivalent to me just messing with this. If I use it rightfully. What? If I use it rightfully. What? If I use it rightfully. If I use it rightfully speaking. Listen, y'all, it's all basic. It's really the basic stuff that I'm literally doing. And I look at it if I'm a basic musician, or let's say basic musician, but y'all might have said, oh my God, that was some killer stuff right there. That was some advanced level stuff. Believe it or not, advanced level musicians just figured out some simple stuff to play. right? And we might use the word color stuff. We might use the word, and you know, the trick to this is using some of your tritone. Using the tritone. All day the tritone. It's so don't be surprised that you hear some tritones in some of the mix or whatever. Anyway, so let's get back to that. Let's get back to it. So yes, you're gonna start realizing that you're gonna find chords or notes in the scale, and when we get to the chords movements, you're gonna start saying, "Wait a minute, I can use that A here." You know, in the key of C. If I use it right, that was root position, right? I can go ahead and hit you with the first inversion or underneath. First inversion or root. And we now that word I told you about the color, the 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You hear that tritone? Right next to that A. What? So this is an A9 chord. Okay, y'all mess with me right now. It's an A9 chord. It depends on where I use it and how I can use the idea. The diminished move, 2 tritones can create a diminished move. I can use this idea here, or this one here, even though that's not a tritone, right? And remember, the 2 diminished move or 2 tritone makes sense. It's kind of dark, so more than likely I probably wouldn't put that bottom on here. I might get away with this one. What? Now the right hand say, hey, I got that piece of that tritone, right? I had the A, but I realized the thumb can hit 3 notes or the 2 note. I'll go straight AA double up. Ba, ba, ba. And then depends on how you use it and where you want to go. Where you want to go. Right? Depends on where you want to go. Let me see. Now I'm getting too dark, right? So I'll probably raise up. Right? It depends. If I use it right, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go back. Let's go on back. So we were at the D scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that's a C sharp. Now we realize what black notes gonna be hitting, which is the 3 and the 6 in this D scale. 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. The 3 and the 6 in that key. Now that you know that we have the sharp, the 2 sharp keys or notes, I'm sorry, in the D scale, I can create a chord from it. A D major 7. All right, D major 7. I know you heard these voicings before. If not, if you're a super beginner, you would now have heard that this is a D major chord, and all I add was the 7 in the scale. D major 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Remember I was saying you start counting. I could do the same thing in this key. All I have to do is add the 7. It's already there, right? It's in the scale. All right, so I have a C major 7 or it can be depending on the key signature that you might tell somebody you in. Put me in the key B sharp. We know what the B sharp, B natural is, B sharp, but it's also C natural, depending on the key signature that you may tell people you're in. C major, 7. Technically now my left hand trying to get away. C major 7. If I want to flat that 7, half step back, which way? That's right, to the left. And now we have a C7. Y'all remember that C9 chord I just mentioned? There's more than one way to approach the 9 chord. Or the 7 chord. Or what, you know what I mean? Or the 11. Or let's see. Yeah, that's 11. Oh, let me see. That 11 sound funny. If it does sound funny, you can always either flat it or sharp it. Ah, sounds better sharp. Ah. So I have a C9, because remember the 9. Remember this 7 got flat, but it's still the 7 there. We just flat the 7. So we have a C9 now. C7, C9, the 11. Okay, that 11 sound okay. Sounds a little funny. So I'm gonna either flat it or sharp it. Remember, go to the right or to the left. To the left is flat, to the right is sharp. Ah, so I'm gonna sharp that 11. Okay, now listen, y'all. I'm a beginner musician. If anything, you see I got a C major chord at the bottom. I'm getting ready to actually play a D major chord because it's 2 different chords I'm putting together. That's what it's gonna end up being. Wait, hold on for a minute. Whoa, hold on just a second. Yes, so I had played that C scale, right? Now I have a C chord. 1, 3, and 5. C is the 1, 3 is E, and my 5. Remember, I have flat the 7. But before we even get there, all right, then I took you to the D scale. And we're going to do the same thing what we did with the C chord. And we're going to play the 1, and we're going to the 3, and then to the 5. Now, if I put the 2 chords together, you're going to get something interesting, right? Now, I can only use so many fingers in this route unless I want to do a crossover and do the crossover. You got my D chord, 1, 3, 5, C, 1, 3, 5. What? Is that little stuff that these cats be doing? No, that'd be funny. But you see what I'm saying? Now, if I wanted to change the key and go E flat and play E flat, that's how would I pull it off? Well, the G is already there, and I just have the 1 and the 5. Okay, if I want to go to E and do the same thing, well, the E's there. That's 1. That's my 3, and that's my 5 there. And I'm just putting 2 chords together. However, I'm spreading it out to see what I come up with. Right now, I'm just trying to squeeze in here to see what happens. And that's what musicians do, is they have fun figuring out some ideas that they can do. How about F? Well, let me see, that's the 1, that's the 2, and that's the 3. Wow, that's kind of... right? And you know you can do that with the minor move too, whatever. Right now, we're just messing with the major move. How about F sharp and G flat? F sharp or G flat chord. 1, 3, 5. Now, if I would have brought it up here, which I was heading to do that with all of the other chords that I played, let's just do D flat. Did I do D flat yet? Now I'm gonna put it up here. Well, now mind me, y'all, you can switch the position. I'm not gonna switch hands and switch the position. Put the C on the bottom and put the D flat at the top and see what we get. Oh. Or put the C at the top and put the D flat on the bottom. And you can be creative with some idea. Oh, look at that B flat and C. How about A flat and C? Ah, a little funny. How about A flat, B flat? Ah, sounded better. How about A flat and A? How about A flat and A flat, obviously. It sounded better. And all I'm duplicating is the 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5 1 3 5 and another key. C, B flat. 2 3 1 2 3 1. Now I'm gonna do the C. 1 2 3. That's a little bit. Ah. That's crazy. Whoa, that's challenging, right? But anyway, our scales again. Let's go back to the scale. All right. So we have the 1, D1, E2, F sharp 3, G5, A6. Number 7 is B. I'm sorry, 6 is B, 5 is A, and number 7 is C sharp. And move back to the 1. All right, now that I saw what my D scale, while I was looking at what my D scale was, immediately I already could identify my E flat scale, the crossover. The crossover. So E flat F, I see that already, right? Okay. All right. And G. That was how I was able to do my thing. Okay. You guys don't have to learn it that way, but that was just the way I did it. Okay. Anyway, so we have E flat the 1, G the 2. F the 3, 2, and G the 3, A flat 4, B flat 5, C number 6, and number 7 is D, that's the 1. Did y'all notice some notes that you had already played in another key? That's right. E flat, the 1, but it's also D flat, D flat or C sharp, the 2. 1, 2. All right, did I play it in C? No. Did I play it in the D scale? No. All right. So now we go to F. Yes, we played that a few times already, right? Literally. E flat, the 2. Where is it at C? That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. All right. In D flat, the key of D flat, what number was it? 1, 2, 3. Oh. And then E flat, the 2. 1, 2, the 2. Okay. So now we go to the 3. G and E flat scale, 1, 2, 3. Where did we see that G at earlier? That's right, in the scale of C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 5. 5. E flat is the 3. All right, did we see it in D flat? No. Or C sharp? Negative. Did we find it in D scale? Yes. What number? 1, 2, 3, 4 to 4. All right, let's go to now the 5, the 4 and E flat. A flat. Now, did we have it in the C scale? Negative. Did we have it in D flat scale or C sharp scale? Yes. What number? 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5. All right, in E flat, of course, obviously the 4. 4. E flat or D sharp, okay? All right, now let's go to the 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. E flat is the 5. Is it in C scale? No. All right, is it in D flat scale? Obviously, yes. What number? The 6. Number 6. That's right. All right, in E flat is the 5. D flat or C sharp is the 6. Was it in D scale? Negative. Cool. So now we move on to the number 7. Yeah, C. C was done in the 1 and C. Okay, we obviously know it's got to be in the D flat because it's number what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And E flat is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. Okay, now we got the 7. D. D is now number 7 in E flat scale. D. Where was it in C? The 2. 2. All right, now was it in the key of D flat scale? Negative. Okay. Now, is it in the D scale? Obviously, yes, the 1. And E flat, we already know, is the 7. Now we go to the next key, E. There's that E again. All right, E is the 1. There's that F sharp that we played earlier, but also it could be G flat. But in the key of E, we got to call it for what it is, and there's no flats there, so we got to call it sharp. We already know this note shares a sharp note and a flat note. We know that, right? Then number 3, there's G sharp. We also know it's also a flat. However, in the key of E, there is no flats. So that's 1, 2, 3. E 1, F sharp 3, 2. I'm sorry, and G sharp 3. Uh-oh, there's that A again. That's number 4 in the key of E, right? There's that 5 again. We played it earlier. A B natural. Number 6 is C sharp. We played that earlier. And then here's that D sharp, number 7. And then, of course, we back to the 1. Now, I probably don't need to say no more. As my coworker would say no more, Dre. Say no more, Dre. I got it. I got this now. I got this. All right? I got this. I see what's up now, right? So now you can start seeing that you're going to hit some of the same notes that you did earlier from other keys. So the C scale, we said it was the 3. And the key of E is now the 1. In the C scale, there was no sharps or flats, right? None of the black notes there. But in the C scale, we had the 6, which was A. But in E, it's the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the C scale, we had the 7, B. But now in E, it's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. It's the 5. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I said. Oh, man. All right, now we can move forward because there's no other notes that I can hit because the rest were sharp. Black keys. If I go back and take you up, half step up to C sharp or D flat, right? We see we have the 1, C sharp or D flat. Where is it at up here? What number is that after 5 comes? That's right, 6. So the C sharp and E in the key of E is the 6, C sharp. And the 1, technically, C sharp or D flat is the 1. Guess what? Look at the 2. That's the 2. All right, that's the 2 in C sharp or D flat. What number is it now in E? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 7 now. What? Yes, it's the 7 now. All right. So it's a no-brainer after a while when you start looking at this, you'll start saying, oh man, these are some of the same notes. They're actually in the key of D flat, the next key up, or C sharp. You see that, right? So in C sharp or D flat, there's the 4. F sharp or G flat. Oh, here's the 5 in C sharp or D flat, A flat or G sharp. Oh, right. Yeah, that's right. So we covered it all. All right, now in D. All right, in the D, we got the 2. E to 2. But it's the 1 in E. All right, now the 2 is F sharp in D. I'm sorry, the 3 is F sharp in 3. But it's the 2 in E. Now we didn't have no note in D sharp or G, D up here, so we skipped that one. But we have now the 4A, which also was the 6 in C, and also in the key of D, it was the key was the number 5. 5. Oh, nothing happened in the E in the key of E flat. All right, let me see. Did I skip one in that key? Oh, then in the key of D, we did have the the 7, which was C sharp, in the key of D scale. Now this is now the 6. It's the 6 in E. What? Yes. I think that is all of it. From one key to the other. Okay? Now I can move to the key of F scale. By the time I was sitting here doing the E scale, I was already clocking the F scale. I was already clocked it. So I was already clocking the F scale. So F the 1, G the 2. See, I'm repeating notes again. 3 is F in the key of F scale. B flat, the 4. The 5 is C. There's that C again. The number 6, there's that D again. And there's that E again. What is going on here? Yeah, what is going on here? Yes. So F has the 1, G 2, A 3, B 5. 4th B flat, 5 is C, D is 6, number 7 is E now. And if you go back and look at the key of C scale, you're going to have pretty much all of the notes except for one note in there in that C scale will be the B flat. Negative. In the C scale versus the F scale, you're going to have the negative note, which will be the B. And they're all related to each other. Same thing in the key of C. It's the same notes, except for B flat. Now in C scale, you're going to have the B. So basically you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I just came from that angle. 3, 2, 1, 7, 6, 5, 4. I would have did it from here. Same notes. I just did it in reverse because I was in the F scale mode. I was in the F scale mode. So I said everything, all those notes are in the C scale. From the F scale to the C scale, except for one note, B flat. And from the C scale to F scale, B. The cluster. I call it the cluster, or whatever you want to call it. Oh, wow. Now, if you look at D flat or C sharp, the only notes that's going to be there technically is these two notes here in that scale. The F, the 3, and the 7 in the key of D flat. Oh, in the S scale, my bad, I forgot one more. That B flat. So I lied there. It turns out to be a F sus4 move. So basically in D flat, you have the 3, the 6, and the 7. Turns out to be an F sus4 chord. What? In that particular key. Now let's go to D. So when we look at the key of D, what notes you see from the D scale? Well, let me see. Looks like it's going to be the G, the 4, and the 5. And that's in the D scale. And that is about it. And of course, back to the D, the 1. All right. And that turns out to be a sus2 chord. All right, I'm just sharing some secrets with y'all for a minute here. That turns out to be a G sus2 chord. We have the F sus4 chord, and then we have the what? Yeah. So if you took a good look at that and you was going from key to key in the scale mode, you will see all of the notes that you can use from one key to the other. That's just a little secret, that inside secret that some of y'all can take a look at it when you were practicing. So now we're gonna go to the next key up. While I was already messing with my F scale, I had already clocked my next key up. I already clocked the next note up, the next scale up. You see how they blend? I already clocked it. And while I'm already doing that scale, I've already clocked my G scale. I already clocked my G scale already. What? Yeah. So now that I can do, like I said, it's basically after maybe like 2 keys of me doing this, or at least 2 or 3. The rest was history, and I just kept flying through this, and then next thing I know, I was already playing my scales just that quick. And the number system is still the same thing, but we still have an F sharp and G flat, an A flat, G sharp, A flat, and A sharp and B flat. I'm sorry, B natural or C flat, D flat or C sharp, as I had already mentioned earlier, and E flat and D sharp, and F natural or E sharp. All right. So I had already, like I said, I was already clocking my next key. And you know the number system follows suit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's not about how fast you can go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can crawl it if you want to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Until you feel comfortable. 6, 5. You know what I mean? 6, 7, 1, right? So it's up to you on how fast you want to move. Because people may say, well, how quick do you think I'll be able to learn this? I promise you, you should be able to learn all your skills and all 12 keys in one day. You should. You should be able to do it in one day. Because it don't take very long. Because once you get started, time will go by quickly because you're going to want to finish this as quickly as possible. I'm just taking my time showing y'all how to get at it. Right? G, A, B, C, D, E. Same thing with the key of G. Same thing with G. With C, they share the same notes. Except for the 2 notes in G, the one. Well, I'm gonna use the word the 2 notes, but in the key of G, you're not gonna have the F sharp and the B. So in the key scale, I'm sorry, correction. In the key scale, that I lied. And you're not gonna have the F sharp in the C scale. All the rest of these notes, you're going to have the 3, the 2, the 1, the 7, the 6, and the 5 is where I landed at. So you can almost look at, in the key of G, you don't have what notes. I gave it away pretty much. F sharp in the F, between the 2 keys. You clearly can see that. Because as soon as I got to the 7, you nearly just see that I didn't get in the key of G, it's the F. And F sharp. Oh. Basically 7 to 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright. So sometimes it's either the 7 to 7 and it could be reversed the other way. 7 to 7. Alright. Now that you learned that, as you go up the key scale, you start recognizing what chords that you could potentially use from the C scale to the G scale or to the D scale or the E scale. Y'all know that's a chord right there, by the way. As a matter of fact, all of this is a chord. Unless I take one note off, and it will more than likely be the one up. The last note, the one up. And maybe not, right? It just depends on what voicing you want to hear. E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I may skip one of the notes in the scale. 7, I may skip 7. So I may skip 7 and go to the 1. And if you take a good look at my hand, I'm playing the A major chord mixed with the E chord. I'm going home. I'll see y'all later. Y'all playing with me right now. It's like me taking a G and a C chord. It's a chord. I'm just omitting one note, right? So it doesn't sound funny, right? But I'm taking 2 chords and putting them together. 2 chords and putting them together. Now I can play the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Woo. I can put this anywhere now. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, this is where I get the groove, where you can throw this groove in or create this groove. Y'all heard it already. I'll do it again and again and again and again and again and again. This is where you can throw the groove. Let me see. Let's keep changing my channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and oh wait a minute. What happened to my beat? Did I turn it off? I think I turned it off. Here we go. Now I can switch over between the E chord and the D chord. Let's see how this flies. Now I'm gonna switch over to the D and A. Switch over to the E, to the D. Hear the difference? E to A and D to A. Now I can switch up to like I was doing in the beginning with the I'm going to let's see, we go here. And y'all heard this I know y'all heard that. There it is. And that's where to get that move. Now, let's go back to that other chord. Now, there's another movement, a chord to a song. Will I remember where it's at? Will I remember where it's at? Now, listen, y'all. This is a minor 9/11 chord. Because I'm playing all of the notes except for the 7. 7. All right. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. All of the notes except for the 7. If I can remember playing all of the notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then you just skip the 7. Now, depends on what that left hand gonna do with that 3-finger chord. You see what I'm saying? And everything is very tight and close. Yeah, so E flat minor 9/11. Woo! And I could turn it into the major move, major 9/13, and bring that voicing in and turn it into the minor 9/11 move because everything is close together except for me not adding that. And this ends up being what they call it, Alinonium. I can't even pronounce it. Ionium. I can't even say it. Ionium scale. So everything but the 7. And that that turns this into a minor 9/11 chord. And I'm just twanging it. So if I can remember everything except for the 7 in that scale, right? You know, minor 9/11. There it is. That's fine. My finger fell to it. Everything's so close. It's like, oh my God, I ain't got no room. And that's when I might switch a finger to whatever. Yeah, minor 9/11. And y'all heard me kind of accidentally doing it earlier. You could start approaching it with the power chord and stuff like that. Everything is simple, y'all, and taking ideas and transposing. We talk about changing key. And with that same groove, it was just me doing. It's just me coming in here and playing the major 9/13, and I'm just changing the sound a little bit to give it, you know, a different voicing, you know. I'm gonna give you this voicing. Which is pretty much the same thing I was doing here. And I'm hitting you with the major 9/13. Then I can change that voice and hit you from another angle too. Woo! All of the chords I just played are all basic chords that the pros are doing, the advanced musicians is messing with. They just figured out, hey, I can add this note to this basic chord, which is C major, and I can throw the 2. Then I can hit you with a G major chord and mix those 2 chords together. We call it mix and match chords, which causes you to play a major 9 chord, whichever one it is. You can see my pinkies on it already. Pinky winky's already on it. So it becomes a C major 9 chord. And if you look at what I'm doing, is 1, 3, 5. That's the C major 7 chord. I can either give you the 9 here, or I can give you the 9 here. As I was building earlier, now I can take this to another voicing and get you the sharp 11, which is going to end up turning you out to be a D major chord, as I was about to allude to earlier, and changing the voicing and do something else. So this is C69 sharp 11, C69 11, C 6. It's at the top. All right, and then the 9 is the 2. Woo-hoo-hoo. You know, and you go build your own chords by saying, okay, I've learned how to play a C major chord. I learned how to play a C sharp major chord and a D major chord. But I never thought I could put a D major chord with a C major chord until let me do it the opposite way and see how it sounds going upward with the C at the top. That's interesting. All right, that's a D9 chord, D9. Okay, I'm feeling that. And remember your scale, right? It's the scale, D9. We know the 9 is the 2, y'all. 1, 2, the 9 at the top. D, the 9 at the top. Until you start adding other notes that still double up 9, double up 1. Because you filling in the notes or the spaces. And if my finger can reach and slide over, you can see, then I can expand and go a different type of voicing, of course. I'm playing the same things for the most part. Now I have the 13 sus, D13 sus. All right. now the D9 add 11, which is the 4. I'm using the C sus2 chord, secret sauce chord. The D7 sus4 chord. I got off the C major for a second. Now I'm back at it. Inversion. Inversion. Right? And it's all basic theory to say, hey, I'm playing the D major chord, but I got my 9 underneath it. Or again, I can put the 9 here and play a different kind of chord. Alright, so that's a D7, 11. Now I want my 2 there, or I'm gonna add the 2, which is the 9 here. Or double up. Double up. Right? Ooh, look at that. You know, see? Ooh. You see what I did? So a C, D over D or C over D or D over C. People might say C over D because they talking about the right hand, I guess. C over D. I want to put my 9 there to kind of sound a little better. Double up my 1. That was interesting, or whatever I just did, right? Alright, E minor 11 flat 5. Okay. You know, so you never know what you can come up with. Or if I switch the chord and put D at the top, C on the bottom. Ooh. That changed the name of the chord. A C9, C69, C. Now the C is on the bottom now at this point. C69 sharp 11. And all it is once you learn the concept behind the madness, you can still do the scale. C is the 1, that's the 3, that's my 5, C major, right? Now we got the what? The 9, the 2. All right, sharp 11, the 4. And then we have the 9, which is my 6. That's the 6. It's up there now. I could have played it like this. And now I have still a C9, C69 sharp 11, right? Basically all I did was double up the 6, the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. And of course, you know, you could do inversions with your major chord. I'm still holding on to my 6 there. You know, trying to see how I can make that the chords prettier. Just do an inversion. Root position. First inversion. Or root inversion. Or I can go first inversion. My bad. And root if I can reach it. The second inversion. I can't reach it. And that even sound cool. Watch this if I put it underneath, y'all. Oh man. Oh, you see what I'm saying? And I can change them. Let me see. And put it underneath. Or down low, I say. Oh man. Now I can add something to it, which we call the 13. Let me see. Yep, that's the 13. The reason why that happened was because that was the 7, y'all. C major 7. And this is my 13. Oh, so that's why the voicing of the chord is going to be called a C major 13 sharp 11. Right. Now the 6/9 kind of went out the window for, you know, not really went out the window. The 6/9 is still there. The sharp 11 is still there. But we added the 7 to the mix, created now a 13. C major 13 sharp 11. But my 6/9, like I said, is still there. The 6 and the 9. Wait, hold up. Yeah, the 6 and 9 is still there. It's just now we just changing voicing, right? Oh, that's crazy. And believe it or not, I heard a musician play this voicing. The other thing too, if you take another good look at it, it's also A minor. Right? The first inversion. Root, the first inversion. And that's why 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6. 1, 3, and 6, we have the A minor move. And guess what? Because that note right there is the second version of the D major chord. 5, 1, 3. Oh my, I'm going home. I see y'all later. I'm out. And then you can change chords around, move them around, and give it that sound. Yeah, so you have now a C, 6/9 sharp 11. Now earlier I was coloring it. That didn't mean nothing. They ain't did nothing but just coloring it out, putting some pepper on it now. This is me just doubling up the 9. I mean the 6, or the 9, or 13. Not the 13, the 6. I'm sorry. The 6. And if my hands can fit and reach, I'm gonna make it happen. Now, if by accident, I should say, that happened, then that turns it into a C13 sharp 11. Like I said, but my 6 and my 9 is still holding. We may call it the 13. That's why it turned into a 13. Ooh, C, 13 sharp 11. Still with technically my 9 and 6, but the 13 is now could come to 13. Now, if I want to move the chord and bring my left hand and feel that in, I just go back to the D major chord at the top, and hope the best that I can get that left hand to hold down for me, and then that allows me to go. C13 sharp 11. Everything I'm doing is all basic stuff. I'm just trying to show the beginner musician that you just add some salt and pepper and whatever you like to put on your season of your food. This is all basic stuff. What if I told y'all in the C scale we have that Nashville C scale, and your number system is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, as I keep repeating that, okay? And then now you know the 1 is your C chord. Pay attention to this, because this is how you build your chords. 2 is a D minor. And it depends on where I want to do my 1 and my 2 chord. So if I told you I'm going to take my 2 chord and put it at the top, which is the D minor. This is how you create chord and chord progressions. So I'm going to put the minor chord at the top, and I'm going to put my 1 at the bottom and see what I get. A D minor 9 chord. D minor 9 11, by the way. But you're probably wondering, why is the C not dominating over the 1 chord? Because that D is like in your ear. It's like, hey! And it feels like the C is kind of like, okay, you got me, but. So basically, I just took the 2 chord and the 1 chord and left it on the bottom. It makes me play a D minor 9 11 chord. Now watch this now, watch this. I could do the inversion of that. And all I'm doing is going to take the top note, which is A, and put it here. And I'm just playing my second inversion. It might start to sound prettier now. But then that makes me want to say, hey, you, yeah, me, yeah, you, yeah, me, yeah, you, get out the way. And just voice 2 notes on the bottom. Right? Okay. Alright, now, that's, like I said, it's more than one way to approach any given chord. You can approach these chords in different ways. I'm just moving them around and see what I come up with, Now, what if I told you, let's put the D minor back on the 2. This was my second chord. And take my 1 chord, which is the C, and put it at the top. Woo! What? Okay, let me hear something in my head here. was trying to see if I find something here. So now I want to put my 2 chord back, my 1 chord, which was the major move. There it is. Okay, what if I put the C chord at the top? Now it sounds a lot more prettier than when I played a minute ago. And your chords are in the Nashville system. So my 1 is C now. Remember, that's the 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have the C major chord inversions for my beginner musician. Okay, and back. And you can go as high as you want with the chord, so your ears can become familiar with the move. And it's 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. A root position. And then we take the 1 note, put it at the top, and now we have a 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1. E, G, C, E, G, C, C, E, G, C, E, G. C is the 1, E is the 3, G is the 5. 1 going to the top. And now we have the bottom note, E, 3, 5, G, and number 1, C. And then, you know, you get that. 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1. Ooh, and that's a little exercise you can do. Hey, what are you doing? And you could be creative with that. Right? However you want to do it. How fast you want to do it. How slow you want to get at it, right? And now we got the 3 on the bottom. It's going to go to the top. And my 5 in the middle, which is G, 1, C. And then now my E is at the top 3. Same scenario. 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, G, C, E, G, C, E, G, C, E. Slower if you want to. And if you have time enough to go G5, C1, E3, you can do that too. But honestly, my brain can comprehend that quickly. My brain can only just say C, G, C, E, or 5, 1, 3, 5, because I understand it is G. I understand the C, and I understand this is E. So it's a no-brainer. Right? So now that you got that underneath your fingertips, now you know you can go to the 2 chord and do the same thing. D minor root position. 1 flat 3, 5, 1 flat 3, 5, 1 flat 3. Same scenario. My bottom going up to the top now. The bottom going up to the top. And I'm down. Flat 3, 5, 1. And you probably find that in classical music, you know. All this kind of crazy stuff. All right, so now you got the 2 chord. We're going to E minor. Same thing, flat 3. Listen, if you was, this is funny. If you was at the D minor move, which was the 2, think of it as D major now. D major. First version, root position. Second version, root. What? So it's like if I did something crazy like this. C, 1, D minor, 2 technically, right? But I'm going to go to D major. And then now I'm going to head to minor it. E major, I'm going to the 3 now, but I'm going to play E major there. And then I'm going to minor it. All right, Let's go to the one right quick. The one, I'm gonna do this one for y'all, right? This is funny. Even though I know I'm playing the major move, I know I can go to the minor move on one. What? I can go to the two and can hit you with the major move. Now that time I went up. See, I went major, down, minor, major, down, on the one. Okay, everything is the one. One. One, 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 one. Everything, just look at it. Everything is the one. One, 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 one. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to see. So, C is the one. D flat is the one. B flat is the one. A flat is the one. Right? A is the one. B is the one. F sharp is the one. All the keys is the one. G is the one. A is the one. B is the one. Everything in all 12 keys is a one. The one. The one. The one. Right? C is the one. D flat or C sharp is the one. D is the one. E is the one. E flat the one. E is the one. F the one. F sharp and G flat the one. G the one. A flat the one. A the one. B flat the one. B the one. And back to C again. So all you doing is saying, okay, C is the one. Now my minor is the one. All right, D major is the one. My minor is the one. D minor is the one. My E flat is the one. My E flat minor is the one, y'all. You're repeating these chords over again. All right. E is the one major, also the minor move. F is the one. I'm gonna go F major. The F minor the one. Just flat the third, y'all. I'm gonna take it down here. G is the one, and minor it the one. A flat is the one. A flat minor the one. A is the one. Minor the one. B flat the one. B flat minor the one. So I'm trying to share y'all some secrets to the madness. B flat, B major the one. Minor it the one. This is gonna make your life faster. Ah! I'm telling you. Okay, because at the end of the day, that's what we're going to end up doing. Anyway, so C is the one. D minor 2. And as I said, I took my C major chord and put it at the top. I got my 2 chords of D minor. And that makes me play a D minor 9. D minor 9. 11. Sorry about that, the C 11. D minor 9, 11. If I knew what my D minor 9, 11 was, I would have said, okay, this is a D. So I calculated my number system, right, and said, okay, that's my 1, right? That's 2, that's 3. And quarter, this 4, and this is 5. So I'm supposed to be playing my 1, my 3, my 5, and D. Okay, all right. Okay. And then this is the 6. Okay. This is the 7. What's up with that 7? Don't sound right. That means I need to what? Flat it. All right, so I have to end up flatting my 7 for it to sound right. This is a D dominant chord. I was on my way to do that too next. All right. But this is the dominant chord. Had I told y'all this C major, this is all on a 1. Minor the 1. C minor the 1. Augmented the 1. At the 7, that's another chord. All is on the 1. Diminished on the 1. Of course, I would have did my inversion, y'all. So basically, I would have said 1, 2, 3. My minor move 1, 2, 3. Up, all the way up the scale till I can hear these voicings of these chords or how they're gonna sound. And then do the minor move, all on the 1. I'm telling you, these chords is gonna come at you. All right, now I got my augmented chord. Uh-oh. Y'all challenging me. Uh-oh. Okay. So we have the major move. We did the minor now. We did the augmented. Now we have the minor, the major seven flat five chord. Same scenario. This may be complex a little bit when you're doing inversion. This may be complex for someone. But trust me, these chords is gonna be in your mix. These chords is gonna be in the mix, and then you right back to your same thing, right? Some of us you're gonna stumble on this stuff. Or maybe some of y'all might not stumble upon it, but if somebody end up teaching it to you like I'm doing, you're gonna be like, oh, I heard that chord from somewhere. Yes, you did. In all 12 keys. You start mastering this move in all 12 keys. Let me just do the one key for that, right? Major, minor, we cover the augmented, we cover the major 7 sharp 5. Now we're covering our diminished move. And you go up and then come back down, okay? All right, now we got the 1. Everything is on a 1. Major, minor, augmented, add 7, diminished. There's that dominant chord again. I keep telling y'all, this is the C7, all right? Okay, so we got the dominant chord. Same scenario, I will do an inversion there, inversion there, inversion there. Not everything is gonna be super easy, and not everything is gonna be super hard. But once you practice it, it's gonna be easy peasy, somebody would say, right? All right, so yeah, so you have the dominant chord. They call this the C7 chord. You heard this kind of stuff with the Aaron Lindsay, I'm sorry, I believe, who played for Marvin Sapp when he played this voicing, right? Except that you can break up the notes. And so instead of him playing the 1 here, he puts it here. Instead of playing the 5 here, he put the 5 here. He kept the 3, and remember, he had the flat 7, and we just add the 9. He could have put the 9 here if he wanted it to, but he put the 9 up here. Oh, when he played that tune, you saw the best in me. And now, that gets into what I'm trying to tell y'all what the pros be doing from a beginner's level. All beginners level, I was gonna say all beginners level chords, but actually it's all basic theory. All of it is basic theory. All right, straight up to the flow up, basic theory. All right, now where did he put that at? Let me just play the tune. So you remember, as I said earlier, we can play that B flat chord, or did I not mention that? I probably did. And then remember the minor move, G minor. And I mix these two together, I get this pretty voicing. It's just a B flat add 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the 6. And it happens to be a G minor move. And of course, I know my inversions on how I can use this voicing. A G major 6 chord. G major 6 chord. And if I stumble on a song with this voicing, which I will, because that's what the musicians out there be playing these chords, right? B flat major 6. Let me see, what I'll use this voicing somewhere, and I might come over here, use this other note, which is already in my left hand, and just we use it as word coloring. I might even use this word as a color. Now that made me change me to a minor move, which would be G minor move. This is the B flat add 2, and I'm just taking some notes out along the way. Now that's the minor 7 chord, minor 7, G minor 7, 11. And this is G minor 9, 11. Right? Now the voicing I was saying earlier. Excuse me. Oh, what I said here, I'm sorry. B flat add 2. They all kind of blend in with each other and turns into a minor 9 chord. We're gonna be playing these chords. I'm promising you this. And You know, when you taking these ideas and you transposing. And sometimes it's that major 7 sound I like to hear in my ear. There it is. And that turns me into playing the G minor 9 chord. G minor 9 to A flat minor 9. Back down to G minor 9. G minor 9 was before G minor. G. F sharp minor 9, 11. And that's the voices you be hearing, cats be praying. And I played this earlier in the groove. I had already played these voices already. What? Yeah. Wait, one finger up. Now I'm playing extra note, but. So I can go in between like a 6/9 move or the minor 9/11 move. Yeah. Y'all heard it, yeah? Here it is. And we just making the chord sound bigger because remember it was this D minor, this chord, the same chord. I just made it sound cleaner. Versus on the note. All my fingers is playing something, right? Except for maybe the right finger, pinky. There it is. There it is. I was like, what's missing? And it's making it sound what we call dirty a little bit, you know. But anyway, to clean it up. Yeah. So it's all basic theory, y'all. You saw the best of me, G major 9. And it is a minor move, but it's also a major move mixed together with the power chord. And then I think he does this little, I forgot it already that quick. Look. Let me see, my brain was. There it is. You saw the best in me. Where's my hand? Did somebody try to call me? My video froze? The video froze? Hey, did my video? Somebody must have tried to call me. God diggity dog it. Did my video freeze? Oh, there it is. Okay. How did it freeze up? Uh-oh, I done hit something. Uh-oh. What I done hit? Oh, now. What did I done hit? Oh, let me see. I done hit something. What did I hit? Plus? Oh, man, what did I hit? I done hit the wrong buttons. Somebody try to call me? Okay, hold on. I done hit the wrong buttons.